gonna be fun dressing this one up as a today in Dwarf Fortress, I think. Oopsies, that's the wrong button. It just canceled my music. There we go. Push-ups? Alright, so 15 push-ups for that resub. 2 seconds, guys. And investments are open. Please invest your tickets if you wish to lose them all. I did arms at the gym last night, so I'm sore. That was actually really hard. I mean, it's not even that late. Cougar, please, you'll be running on adrenaline anyway. You and I both know that. And thank you very much to everybody who's here, by the way. It's actually a lot more people here than I thought. I guess scuttling forts is a good time, eh? All right. Shall we go again? Motherfuckers. Let's, I don't know what I'd look at in Legends. So let's just load our world up. Let's see what we get. Yeah, new fort, indeed. Same world, starting in the year 259. To the new fort, let's go. Something, something. So, to those of you who don't know, if you're watching my stream for the first time, because I have seen a few new names in chat, I do short videos based on based on the streams that I do on Dwarf Fortress, as well as all of my VODs are archived. So if you want to go back and watch the beginning of Fist Trumpets, which was that fort, you can do that. You can do that. So, this is the second fort we've lost in this world. First one was right here, right? This is the second one. That was the second one. I think we should start close by. You know, I wonder. I can't do this. Huh. I wonder. So, the purpose of that fort was to wage war on the goblins, which we've done. We've most certainly begun war on the goblins. Most frickin' certainly. But, obviously, you know, we died. So, this was our last fort, right here. So we need to find somewhere else to continue this war, I think. It's not bad. Is there multi-biomes here? There's 3 biomes, actually. What's this? It's clay, deep stone, light, shallow metal, and deep metals. No trees. Shallow metals and deep metals. All temperate. That's not bad. How steep is that? There we go. We're part of the right faction now. Our neighbors are... Interesting. The tower's not in range of this. Dwarves, elves, goblins, humans. The bot grants beer, but unfortunately Streamer doesn't have enough budget for a lot of beer at PAX. So I will be depending on free alcohol from places like Tiny Build. So thank you, Tiny Build, for throwing on party tomorrow with free alcohol. And food. This is pretty good. I know this would be like a really sudden start, but I kind of like the idea of settling in the same general area because I'd like some of the dwarves to show up ideally. Islands do matter. If you settle on an island, you will never see anybody. Unless somehow they could get out there, which is extremely unlikely. Things could show up in the caverns, but that's about it. That's a little late. I just got an email from Steam saying Age of Wonders Planetfall now available. It's like, I already own it? I mean, Toady votes when, please. Probably after he adds magic. Or never. That's also a possibility. Do you guys like this idea? You know, it's like a triple biome start, right? So one biome, which is kind of the smallest one, is heavily forested with shallow metal and deep metal. The main one that we're starting on is temperate, thick vegetation, wilderness, no trees, kind of on the edge of a mountain. It's quite steep. Actually, it'll be even steeper if we go here. Let's actually go here. That's what I was looking for. So it's quite steep, at least in the corner. Really, Billionaire? That's absurd. That's cool if it is, though. Okay, I think that's what we're gonna do. So technically we still get a triple biome. I think actually I'm just gonna do this. Or maybe let's just go over here. What's this? These both have shallow metal and deep metal. How steep is that? Not very. Or you know what we could do? Chat, do you guys have any preference in biome? If you do, now's your chance to voice them, hey? It's interesting. Jungle? I mean, these are all swamps down here. But if we're going down here, this would literally be like the belly of the beast, you know? This is a triple biome, really? They've all got aquifers. Darn. So those are both freshwater swamps. I don't know what that means, B-Log. You're making me nervous. Unless we're laughing at the belly of the beast. I have zero recollection of that quote. Apparently I said that this year. Weird. Sounds like a death metal lyric. Yeah, apparently KSP2 details are coming out of packs when that happens. So that's a freshwater marsh. So if you guys want a jungle, these are all forests. Well, at least that's untamed wilds. It's a whole lot of swamps. Ooh, what's this? What about this right here? It's all got aquifers, boo. It's like, I'd rather not do aquifers if I can avoid it. I don't know what that is, Belliner. Is that like a parody or something? Ooh, this could be fun. So this is a temperate freshwater swamp. It's warm in untamed wilds. It's got deep metals and deep metals. What if I go like... Shallow metals would be really nice. Because I kind of want surface stone. Leak squeezes. Wonder actually, is there a lake around here? There's a bunch of lakes down here. That could be real fun. I'll bet you this is all aquifer. It's all aquifer. And live like fish. The problem is for kind of my own dumb lore reasons, I kind of want to settle to the original faction that I had. I mean, there's a lake down here. Or is it all aquifer around here too? It's probably all aquifer. Yeah. Yeah. Reclaim? I've never reclaimed. I mean, I guess we could reclaim our original fortress. I've never reclaimed a fortress before, so. What's the bonuses of reclaiming a fortress? Because I'm assuming you'd have to clean everything up, yeah? I'm assuming you'd have to clean everything up. How about this? Just because I kind of have an idea of a type of fort I'd like to build. Let's just look for a river and just see what we can find. I don't want to clean up an area. Screw that. Okay, no, that's not really what I was hoping for. No aquifer and shallow metal. What do you mean, lost in world gen? Okay, this is interesting. It's ice and it's freezing. But they're shallow metal. That is pretty interesting. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Interesting, there's actually soil there. Could be this same metal. Yeah, there's only one metal. It's all deep. The fact that there's actually soil up here makes me much more keen to do it. Also, be like, I got no idea what you're talking about. Viscera cleanup. I mean, every single combat cleanup in Dwarf Fort is basically Viscera cleanup detail. Oh, this could be neat. This is something I've never tried before, actually. There is wood, but it's also a yeah, I found where we're gonna go, chat. I found where we're gonna go. So this is really neat, actually. The reason this is neat is it's like all icy, right? But there's trees here as well. So because of that, oopsies. Darn. So because of that, we'd actually have access to trees. Also underground water, an area to grow food. About 2 weeks of water, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that's fine, because there's also an aquifer underground. So we can use the aquifer as a water supply. So I guess the lore reason would be that this faction ran. They ran north. We also have deep metals. It's a pity we don't have shallow metals there, though. That blows, man. I mean, they're not great. They're annoying as sin, but they can be super useful. Oh, well. I think that's us. So my dumb lore reason why they would do this, and why they would go settle up here, is because ice never has shallow metals? I mean, there's a biome next to another ice spot that does, but they both have aquifers, and I don't feel like digging through an aquifer. Yeet. Alright. You have a good night, Hobo. And a good birthday party. And I will see you on Tuesday, good sir. See you on Tuesday. Something geology. Something fuck geology. Alright, well, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Selected a large area. Wait, what? Oh, did I make it larger? Shit. I didn't even realize. There we go. Now it's a normal sized area. So our biomes are ice, deep metals, flagstone layer, and shallow clay, deep soil, aquifer, deep metals, and flagstone layer. Heavily forested. So if we've settled like right on the edge of the forest, this will give us a nice spot to build. Right on the edge of the forest is what we're gonna do. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna move us one tile over. Okay, so just a little bit more ice area. All right, and we're gonna kind of form the fort at the start of that mouth of the river. All right, so that's where we're settling. We are at war with the goblins. We are out of range of the tower this time. We are still the Arrow of Cruxes, the same faction. The elevation is pretty much flat. It is freezing, untamed wilds. Let's embark. Let's prepare carefully. So something that I didn't actually know before, you can actually look at the dwarves from this screen. I had no idea. All right, I had no idea. So, can I look at... Yeah, I can add nicknames to them first. So we're gonna do nicknames from in this screen. Because I didn't actually know. Someone actually mentioned in the YouTube comments on one of my embarks that I could do that. Just never even occurred to me to look at the other hotkeys. So, let's just take a peek at this dwarf. And call dibs. That's how we're gonna do this. How about you're leaving? When you're here, you can have a name. Alright? When you're here, you can have name. You're leaving. Go do birthday. Alright? Go do birthday. Bible thump. It's just sad at me. Also, you're not dead, by the way. You made it out of the other fort. You're a mental wreck, but it's potentially possible that you made it out. He personally finds the quest for knowledge to be the very highest value, and values our harmonious existence, and dreams of making a great discovery. There is no room for mercy in this world. He is very sick. He's rarely sick and very agile. 84 years old. His quite dense hair is straight. His very long sideburns are braided, and his long mustache is neatly combed. He does not find most jokes humorous, and he generally acts impartially, and he is rarely moved to mercy and finds helping others emotionally rewarding. He isn't particularly curious about the world, and he often feels lustful. He tends to reveal personal information, and he is assertive, and he has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. Yeah, no, well, I mean, the more you know. So, chat, give me a reason why you think this dwarf should be you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this a little bit differently. This dwarf is actually going to be, just because he values knowledge and such, is going to be my bookkeeper. So this is gonna be a dwarf that we queue up as our adequate record keeper, adequate appraiser. Maybe I'll give you some doctoring skills. Maybe a surgeon and a bone doctor and a little bit in diagnosis. And I'll give you a stat and negotiator. So this is just going to be our built-in bookkeeper manager dwarf, which I always like to start with. I mean, I think that sounds like cooler. You have a quest for knowledge, right? And you don't really care about the world, and you often feel lustful. All right, so this is our second dwarf. There we go. He's 69 years old, born on the 6th of Aguilena in the year 190. He's flimsy and clumsy. He personally sees introspection as important and finds artwork boring, doesn't particularly care about craft worships, and dreams of mastering a skill. You sound like a miner. Not sure about the lustful part? You had to draw a butt once. Maybe more than once. Alright. Who wants to be a miner, chat? Dibs on a miner? Merciless bookkeeper, absolutely. Let's read a little bit more about this dwarf. He feels strong urges and seeks short-term rewards, doesn't cling tightly to ideas, and is open to changing his mind, does not have a great aesthetic sensitivity, and he tries to do things correctly each time. Turtle bear? Fine. It was a robot, yes, that is true. You guys also gotta just like, you know, call dwarves if you want a name. Anybody, it's open to anybody. This isn't subscriber limited, by the way. This is another dwarf. Personally finds artwork boring and dreams of crafting a masterwork. He is mighty and quick to heal, but very slow, but very quick to tire. He's 80 years old, born on the 24th of Slate in the year 174. I think this dwarf is going to be our cook. Or actually, how about this? You can be our carpenter and woodworker. Who wants to be a carpenter, chat? Looks like you these days? All right. You did die in the last fort. I know that for a fact. I buried your body myself. You got stabbed in the head by a were creature, in fact. Punched in the head so hard that your brain collapsed into your skull. Poets of the Fall? I don't know what that is. So, let's see who this is. Probably gonna become Madman. I'm concentrating on something. She is 75 years old, born on the 9th of Obsidian in 194. Quite durable, quick to heal, and very agile, but she is weak. She personally thinks that the entire concept of sacrifice for others is truly disgusting, and sees no value in holding back complaints and concealing emotions, and doesn't particularly care about craft worship, and she does dream of mastering a skill. She is never deliberates before acting up, to the point of being considered thoughtless. She is very easily falls into love and develops positive feelings. She tends to ask others to help with difficult decisions and she is quite ambitious. She is grateful when others help her out, and she tries to return favors. Well, you don't care about craft worship, so we'll make you into a... you know what? Screw it. You can be a grower. I do need a grower. And this can be Mad Mand. Finished band. Okay. I mean, probably shouldn't listen to it if it's a spoiler fest. Alright, so we also need a brewer and a / cook. Or at the very least, a brewer. Mighty and durable, but clumsy and very slow to heal. She personally doesn't particularly respect commerce and does not care about family one way or another, and dreams of creating a great work of art. Well, actually, you're going to be my mason. Mason / miner. Any other dibs on dwarves? Since we're being a little slow here on dwarf calling. I was kind of hoping people would call out if they found a dwarf, heard about a dwarf that sounded like them, but if that's not the way people want to go, it's not the way people want to go, so you know. What can you be? Let's see, we got cook. I need a brewer, just a brewer. Competent brewer, and we'll also give you a few points in mining. I know you did, and I gave you one. I know you did, and I gave you one. I was hoping more people would. Snow, so Star and Snow, you've earned a dwarf. You're the 54-year-old, and you said that you've been all right. And yeah, you're a miner and an adequate mason. Yeah, Kibbs, you can have one. You are tough. You personally value decorum and dignity and proper behavior. You value honesty and self-control and don't care if others take the time to master skills. And you dream of creating a great work of art. 86 years old, born on the 16th of Timber. Thalfon, hi. If I can throw you in, you're a math teacher? God, I was bad at math. Although according to my mom, I was really good at math. I just hated it. So, I never tried very hard. It's like the most kind of frustrating way to be bad at something, you know? Alrighty. And then what's our last dwarf? What do I need? Probably just another miner. We'll see what you prefer. Quick to heal, very slow to tire, and very rarely sick, but is clumsy. Personally finds friendship burdensome and does not care about family one way or another. Doesn't feel strongly about the law, and he dreams of mastering a skill. I think we'll just make you an extra miner. So, let's see. We've got brewer. We've got miner, thresher grower, woodcutter, mason, and person in charge. So I do still have one name open, so I think I'll give that last name to Thalfon. There you go. All right, so let's look at our items first. Don't need any of that crap. I'll keep the quivers. And you know what? Let's just do what I always do. We're just gonna take more of everything. We're gonna take an extra pick and put most of it into beer. By the way, I don't know how many of you guys give a shit, but when I'm not here, to anybody who cares about dumb internet drama, if you care at all, go look up Pro Jared's response video to all of the drama from a little while ago, because god damn it, it was entertaining. All right, so let's bring an extra anvil, just in case we desperately need it. Dog and dog, cat and cat. I did the math right. Sweet. So 2 dogs, 2 cats, an extra pick, an extra anvil, just in case there's thieving animals, bunch of extra beer. Yes, I was indeed starting another. I mean, just Google Pro Jared, you'll find it, if you care at all. It's mostly just because I used to watch him a lot a number of years ago. Kind of got tired of his stuff around 2016-ish, so. But it was still kind of fascinating to watch that whole thing unfold, and now to see his response is also kind of fascinating. About what happened in the fort? We had to scuttle it, because we were tantrum spiraling. What is it with YouTubers making I'm sorry videos where they look like they haven't slept in the last century? That's a good question. Probably because they haven't slept in the last century. As somebody who isn't a YouTuber but a Twitch streamer, can confirm, I haven't slept in the last century. The ninja thing? No, the Pro Jared thing. Hobo, aren't you supposed to be, like, making dinner? Although I think a lot of people used to watch him and then better YouTubers came up. Like, I think he might actually be able to recover from the bullshit. For anybody who knows what happened. I think he might be able to recover. Like, and I'm kind of proud. I'm pretty neutral in the whole thing. Like, I never really took sides. Like, I was just like, wow, that looks like a mess, but that was about my whole opinion on it. Yeah, no, he's regained 40,000 subscribers in 2 days. Yeah, it's irrelevant. To be fair, he lost 250,000 subscribers in a month, and he's regained 40,000 in 2 days. Also, he's got like 1.5 million views on that video. Dang. Anyway, let's embark. Seems like a decent business model to me, quite frankly. But also, I wouldn't want to go through what he went through, so kind of a shitty business model. Too long didn't watch. A lot of it was false accusations, and he didn't cheat on his wife, and he has proof of all of it. They'd been separated pretty much for about a year, and he'd been trying to get a divorce for about a year. And a lot of, or the vast majority of the allegations against him were falsified. And he has legitimate proof, including one of the people who was claiming that he was harassing them was in full-on psychosis and lost 6 months of memory during the time he was supposedly doing this thing. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Link, man. That's what I'm talking about. He has proof that he wasn't. But anyway, you should watch the 45-minute video. I'm not going to recite the whole thing. I just think it's fascinating. I watched it last night while I was editing, and it was interesting. Anyway, you have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness. Into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Feb Kefed. There is almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance.